You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans. So I am worried about recast Taylor Hayes, and that Brad Bell brought back the character for just one reason: to put her in the ground, 6 feet under, gone for good. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm going to lay out some red flags from just various places that have me thinking Dr. Hayes might be in dire shape very soon. All right. First of all, just let's talk about it. Krista Allen was fired 2 years into her 3-year deal, and she was, by all accounts, from what we've heard from her, blindsided. And at the same time, Bold was letting her know they were writing her out, letting her go a year early. They were denying that Taylor had been written out, even though she'd not been seen in months. Like a source from the soap that was unnamed told one of the big websites, can't remember which one it was, that she was still under contract. Yeah, technically she was, but they had quit writing for her. And at the point they make that statement, I am pretty certain they already told Krista she was done. They brought her back for 3 last episodes, and then that was it. Her last appearance as Taylor was November 10th, 2023. And, you know, B&B denying axing her while she was still on contract. You know, looking at the timeline, there's definitely something hinky. And so then, out of the blue, you know, we get word that Bold is recasting Taylor Hayes, a character they weren't writing for already. I mean, even when Hunter Tylo was in the role, I don't feel like she got her due. And then she didn't want to be on as Taylor anymore. I mean, alongside of that, she had some health issues, some concerns, some physical issues that affected her mobility. So I don't think it was that easy for Hunter to work. And then fans were hesitant about embracing Krista as the recast, but she did win people over, especially after they stopped making her wear that terrible wig back in 2021. You guys remember? So there are some fan theories out there that when they brought her in to play new Taylor, they were not expecting her to become so popular, that Brad Bell wasn't expecting that. You know, typically when he writes a Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor story, Brooke wins like almost every time. And given that Bold had quit writing for Taylor back when they had Krista Allen, who very talented, had grown this popular fan base, and I just wonder why they were doing a Taylor recast at all, and why not just bring Krista Allen back, right? And I'm not saying anything against Rebecca. I love her. So just one last tidbit. There's this long-running rumor from behind the scenes. I have heard various places that Brad Bell has a low-key sort of crush on Catherine Kelly Lang, and that's why she gets so much screen time and Brooke always beats out Taylor. Now, of course, absolutely take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a block of salt. It's a rumor, but it would explain a lot. So fast forward to right now. We have Rebecca Budig in as new Taylor Hayes, and I love her. She was great as Greenlee. She was fab as Hayden Barnes over on General Hospital. She looks like she's in her 20s, though. Come on. She looks so much younger than 51. She could be Steffi's big sister instead of her mom. And a lot of fans I see on Soap social media are struggling to accept her as new Taylor. I see it in the comments here too. And it's nothing against her as an actress. It's just she looks so young and she is so teeny tiny that it's hard to reconcile that with her being Steffi and Thomas's mom. And when Taylor's standing next to Ridge, it looks like he's doing Bring Your Daughter to Work Day at Forrester Creations. He literally looks 30 years older than her. So what I wonder is whether this is a 1-year contract, a 6-month deal, you know, maybe less. And Brad Bell brought in a new Taylor so he could kill her off good and proper and leave Thomas and Steffi without their mother. So there are some tidbits from the fall spoilers and a recent behind the scenes photo that are feeding into this concern of mine. So first off, in the B&B fall preview, official spoilers say Ridge discovers Taylor's shocking reasons for returning home. And then in an interview with SID, Rebecca Budig said it's important for Taylor to be with her family right now. And then she was talking about how Ridge is an important support for Taylor, but that she's not looking for a romance from him because she knows he's with Brooke now. So the real reason that Taylor came back to LA is supposed to be revealed soon. And then on top of that, we have Dr. Bridget Forrester back soon. Actress Ashley Jones, who plays her, posted a behind the scenes little video of her with Rebecca Budig, and it looks like they were filming scenes together recently. The last time Bridget was on screen, it was her helping Finn deal with Eric's supposedly terminal illness that they left unnamed for way too long and then made up this mystery surgery to cure. Messy. And if, Taylor's secret reason for return and needing support of her loved ones wasn't enough of a clue, on top of the doctor coming back clue, there's the fact Brad Bell just talked in a recent interview about wanting to kill off more characters hot on the heels of him having Luna murder Tom and Hollis. Brad Bell did this little interview with Deadline and said, you have to kill off characters every once in a while to keep your credibility as a writer. And then he said he promises himself every year that he's going to kill more people. It's kind of funny that he said people and not characters, makes him sound like a serial killer, but I know he meant characters. So this interview came out a few weeks after Rebecca Budig debuted as Recast Taylor. So the questions before us right now: is Brad Bell killing off Taylor? Is he getting rid of Steffi and Thomas's mom? Is he about to bury the rivalry between Taylor and Brooke once and for all by burying her? Maybe. I honestly wouldn't put it past him. I mean, maybe the showrunner's tired of fans asking why he wrote Taylor out and when she's going to be back. This could be Brad Bell's way to clap back at fans that prefer Taylor over Brooke, and want to see her on screen and with an actual storyline of her own. I would say all of that is plausible, not, definite or anything like that, but plausible. And that could be why they chose a very good actress for the recast, but not one that necessarily fits the mold that we have come to expect of Taylor Hayes. I mean, if Brad Bell's going to kill Taylor off, then he can go with an actress that he wants to use and not worry long term about whether she looks quite right for the part, because if she's dying anyway, it's not going to be an ongoing concern. And again, I like Rebecca Budig. I like the character of Taylor Hayes. I'm just worried that her time is up soon. So Ridge may find out Taylor is sick and that she came back to LA to soak up time with Steffi and the kids before she dies. Remember, she just came from spending time with Thomas and Douglas in Paris. Taylor's recent dialogue about how much she's missed out on with Steffi and the kids would tie into an illness storyline. And with Bridget coming back very soon, red flag that somebody's sick. And the only other person that might be sick really is Hope Logan, although Taylor thinks that it's psychotherapy she needs and not anything else. So we'll just have to wait and see. I do know one thing. If they're going to have Taylor diagnosed with a fatal illness and they're killing her off, we'd better get Thomas back in LA to spend time with his dying mother, or fans are going to be even more upset than they already would be over them killing off Taylor. And of course, there are no official spoilers saying Taylor Hayes is sick or dying. I want to make that clear. But what we do have are spoilers that, to me, could point that way. They could fit that scenario. So we will see what happens. Check back tomorrow for your daily spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful. Next week, please subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt talking B&B with you 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.